Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Focal Plane podcast. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I am sad for the things that you are missing out on. Now look, there is something very, very special about people who go up on stage. And I'm not just talking about the performances, but specifically the courage to do so, to be seen. Now I've got the real privilege today of being joined by Hannah and Lizzie from HAODS.
Hello.
Hey.
There we go.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Brilliant. Guys, just, you know what? What does HAODS stand for?
Well, it's Horsham Amateur Operatic and Dramatic Society.
I have been getting it wrong all these years. Excellent.
What have you been saying?
No,
What did you think it was?
Sorry, that is at least PG rated. But yes. So, brilliant. Guys, look, let's just start this off. Tell us, each of you, how you got into performing.
I've always been performing since I was little. It was something that I've always been really passionate about. And I think it was my grandma went to see a panto once and that was it. Just loved it.
Nice.
Absolutely loved it and never stopped having that love of theatre and just wanted to get involved in any which way I could. And yeah, it just went on and on and on. And then now, HAODS is my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you, Hannah?
It's similar to Lizzie, but I'm sort of Horsham born and bred, and
Yes.
and then always been around sort of theatre. My parents used to take me to the theatre. My first show was Beauty and the Beast in the West End, and I saw that 3 times. And I just loved it. And then I saw The Lion King 4 times. And they were like, okay, she's got the theatre bug. So then there was a hall that's just up the road from here. It doesn't exist anymore. There's houses there now. But it's where I used to go to do a drama group called Stage Struck.
Nice.
So yeah, I was there from about 4, 5 to 8 or 9. And then just sort of carried on doing drama in A for GCSE, drama at A level, and then had to stop for that because A levels had happened and I didn't go to uni, so I didn't know what else to do. All my friends had gone to uni, so I was sort of sitting around going, "What did I want to actually go and study drama?" And I thought, no, I don't want to do that. And then I remembered HAODS, because my mum used to take me to see HAODS shows way back in the day. And she used to borrow HAODS costumes as well, because you can hire costumes from HAODS and you can still do that. And I thought, I wonder if they're still around. So I Googled amateur dramatic. I Googled amateur dramatic societies and HAODS popped up. And at the time they were rehearsing for Hello Dolly. And I kind of emailed and said, can I come and have a look? Can I come and join? And that's when I met Howard. We love Howard.
Yeah.
Howard
was the first point of call for me as well.
I think he's the new member coordinator at the time.
Yeah.
And they said, come and watch a rehearsal.
Yeah.
And Jackie, Jackie is a long-standing member of the society. I think she was choreographer for Hello Dolly. She's like, can you move? I was like, yeah, I can move a little bit. Okay, you're in. And that was it. Literally didn't even do an audition. They just brought me in. And then that was 11 years ago. No, 12. It will be 12 years ago soon.
And you never left.
And I never left.
That's a hell of a story. Love that. So tell us a bit about both of you outside of HAODS. What is the life of Lizzie outside of it? What is the life of Hannah outside?
That's a really good question, actually. I've got loads of hats, really.
Yeah.
Metaphorical hats. I don't. I don't.
I was going to say, can you bring them out? No.
I don't look good in a hat. And Yvonne, who's a long-standing director of HAODS, will tell me that I'm one of her big-headed people. I'm really hard to hat.
No, it takes a special kind of person to really pull it off. I think. Kudos to people who do. I absolutely can't either.
I can do a beret.
Okay.
That's a very specific type of hat.
Yeah. Becky loves me in a beret.
See, I really love the, the sailor hats and those, but I just don't think it would be, I can't walk around in one of those doing my shopping, can I? So, not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
An instant regret of mine is not asking you to bring props with you today. But the sailor hat would have been
we didn't bring a lobster.
Oh.
we'll go back to that.
But anyway, look, we can always do a second episode.
There we go. We're just lining them up for you, aren't we? Really?
Yeah, brilliant.
Not enough time.
There is always enough time for that. Yes. Anyway, sorry, we went off on a tangent.
Yeah, we did.
Of hats, but yes.
But no, so I outside of HAODS, I work in early years.
Sure.
I work in one of the local childcare settings, and have been doing that for about over 10 years now. So HAODS for nearly the same amount of time. So I do that. What else do I do? You've really put me on the spot. I have a really sad life. I just do. Well, no, I don't. I have an amazing life. I do HAODS. I work. I love to read, and I love spending time with family and friends.
Do you know what's really tragic about that, Lizzie? What really cuts me deep is that your husband is sat off camera over there.
I do. I love.
What a sad life you have given her.
I know. Public service announcement. I do love my husband very, very much. And everybody knows at HAODS how close we are. We're literally joined at the hip. Like he's here.
Is that a public service announcement? That feels like we need to seek a therapist. Not to, anyway, yes. It's okay, Jay. She loves you.
Do we need marriage counselling?
Well, you do now. There we are. If the podcast reveals nothing else, it is suddenly the vulnerabilities come out. I didn't know you were going to bring this out of me, Sam, and truly, nor did I. But here we are.
Where's Jeremy Kyle? No, I do. We've got a very lovely little life in our little flat with our 2 cats who are basically our children.
Excellent. There we go. I mean, I can't get over the faces that Jay is doing in this.
Oh, I dread to think. Yeah, all right. Oh dear. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. We'll sort this out when we get home. Okay?
I may or may not edit this out. We'll see.
Lark.
Oh yes. There we go. I also enjoy live action role play.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. It is really fun, and I've only just got into it over the last year.
And, any specific characters that have been particularly live-actioned for you? Do you gravitate towards a certain...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just the magey, witchy characters. I really resonate with them.
Jay's too right, witchy, after today.
But no, and that makes me sound like I like being this old haggard. I mean, aside from that, like just be like this sort of that's not what it is.
That's the politically correct term.
It's not that. It's kind of like you watch fantasy films and you've got your Galadriels and your I don't know, Harry Potter. I just love being whimsy and
cool, man.
Dressing up in really cool outfits and I didn't know that this kind of stuff existed, and I went to Comic-Con, and which is amazing, and we found out that there was going to be a new LARP called Men's Fate, and we decided to join, and it was the first year of it running last year, and it was so cool. I didn't expect to love it so much, but I did, and like just being able to go into a massive field of nerds and just live your true fantasy of like pretending that you're in Lord of the Rings and like or that kind of setting and full of magic.
Madness.
It was so cool. It was
Jay, I can't
really
believe
cool.
you nearly forgot about all that. That's mad.
I know.
And already the fact that you're stood there, I'm going to talk to you so much during this. and nobody can see you. Unless
the mythical Jay.
They may just be able to through this mirror or something, but it's... at some point we'll get you on camera, I'm sure. But there we are. Excellent. That's really cool. So there's a very so you really kind of live and breathe the whole life of whimsy, right? So I mean, so much of what I have seen of HAODS is, I mean, it's that through and through, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think it's that. I think being part of something like HAODS. And for me personally, I've always been a creative person and always wanted to have a creative outlet. So being able to do that in so many different ways, it's really multidimensional. And I think that no matter what I do hobby-wise, there's always that connection to being creative, to being imaginative, and just really just embracing that as well.
Brilliant. Oh my gosh, Hannah, top that.
No, I mean, me and Lizzie are quite similar in the fact that we're very creative people. I haven't progressed into the LARP section yet.
It's imminent.
It's imminent. Yeah. I have been to Comic-Con. I have cosplayed.
Okay, cosplayed as?
Many different characters. My first cosplay was River Song from Doctor Who.
Okay.
And then I did the White Rabbit, but more of a gothy White Rabbit. Then I was a female Draco Malfoy. Was very nearly a female Voldemort.
Oh my God, I can't. Do you know what? I tempted fate here when I said, I wish I got you guys to bring stuff. You should have come as characters.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. My last one was Belle from Beauty and the Beast, because I'm a massive Beauty and the Beast fan.
No, really?
I missed that part of the conversation where you said you'd seen it multiple times.
Yeah. Funny that. And I've literally just bought my next one. So I've been away from Comic-Con for a while.
Okay.
But now that I've met my partner and we've been together for 7 years, but it's taken me this long to actually get into what I am going as. So he is a massive nerd as well. He's more of a gaming nerd, and he loves a game called Final Fantasy. So I am going.
Never heard of it. Anyone else?
No.
Not played many hours, but yeah.
So yes, I am going as Aerith for Comic-Con.
That's cool, man.
And that's purely spurred it on because we went to a Final Fantasy concert last year, and I did sort of a closet cosplay of Aerith. Just literally my hair and just a couple of things that I bought from Vinted. And we came out of the concert and this girl came up to me crying. And she was like, she wanted a picture because she actually thought I was Aerith.
Oh, you changed your life.
I did change it. But I was like, I'm not Aerith, but okay, we'll have a picture. And so many people came up to me and wanted pictures, and I never normally got that because I used to have a friend who was into like cosplay and things, but she would always look like the characters that she would portray, and she would take a lot of the spotlight away from what I was doing. So it was kind of like, okay, in the shadows kind of thing. But this was the first time I was like, oh, okay.
This is what it feels like.
This is what it feels like. This is who I'm going to be. So yeah, Aerith is coming to MCM Comic-Con.
But yeah, guys, we are like 12 minutes in and already I feel like I wasted my life just hearing you guys. I haven't lived. I clearly have not. These are things that I sort of see in the distance and think, yeah, do you know what? One day I'll do it. One day I'll just gather I'm not even sure it's courage. I think it's just the mindset to just be like, yeah, let's have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
We're literally making you a bucket list right now.
Yeah.
Yes. And as I say, we're very early on in this episode.
You've never lived until you've gone to London with a load of nerds in different costumes and got on the tube dressed as...
That's the best.
Female Draco Malfoy.
You see, that I'm less sold on.
But you're with loads of other people that are doing it as well. So it doesn't look so weird.
Yes, but also many more people who aren't. I mean, that's the... that's the challenge, right?
I mean, at least when you're going up to London dressed as Gollum, to Comic-Con, it feels normal rather than getting on the tube dressed as Gollum every other day of the week.
Yeah.
Which must suck for you, right, when you do that.
I know.
I've
just got to stop the loincloth wearing.
I've been to Sainsbury's dressed like Draco Malfoy, and then the lights start flickering and I automatically pulled out my wand. And and we were like, wait, hang on, we're in Sainsbury's. We should probably put this away.
I just can't imagine like somebody walking up past you and just being like, is that Draco Malfoy buying bread?
Buying bread. No, the weird thing is, if you're dressed strangely, especially in a town like Horsham, people don't look at you. If you like completely strangely, dressed like Draco Malfoy, we didn't get that many looks. But if you just look a little bit strange, that's when you get the weird looks.
I
So
guess
you've really
we're-
got to commit to it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we are very fortunate to have Gobsmack Comics in Swan Walk, right? So that sets a bit of a precedent because
Yeah.
there's so much stuff that, you know, they get so involved with loads of things that go on in the community, but they bring that spirit, you know, very much alive. So actually, a lot of us are used to seeing that.
Yeah. So when I was
yeah.
doing the Sainsbury's thing, Gobsmack wasn't around.
Okay.
So it's, yeah.
And we've done it before though, where we all dressed up as grandmas in the Carfax for the producers.
Yeah. And after the Christmas Carol sing-a-thon in the museum this year, we all went off and got mulled wine, and people were like, there was a lot of like drunk people around, and they thought that they were seeing things, they were seeing ghosts because we were still in costume. And you're like,
You were in Dickensian wear, weren't you?
Yes, we were.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. And they wanted photos at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yes. Excellent. If only there was a good photographer around at the time, that would have been useful. Yeah, see, that's why I should do it, just for that. It'd be like, has anyone got cameras, Sam? Yeah, I have several.
Just a few.
Just a few.
Just a few. Anyway, so I'm going to come back to something you said earlier, Lizzie. You talked about how you've always been in performing. You specifically mentioned about a release. You mentioned that phrase. And I understand that you're always trying to escape the clutches of your evil husband. That's a given. However, what is it for you in terms of release? What does that mean, really?
I guess it's just... I think for me, it's two parts. One part of it is being with the community that you know that you want to be a part of, that feels like home to you. And secondly, it's kind of that escape of reality as well. And you know that going into a show or a performance, you can literally become someone else for a short time, and maybe sing some cool songs and do some dancing and at the same time. And it is really like you're in another world. But it's also, you know, giving the community, seeing them happy through what you're doing as well, which is lovely.
I'm getting that real vibe of just that whole transport to a different world feel, right? So, I mean, what does that feel like when you're right on stage, fully in character? Describe that to us.
It's almost euphoric, I think. It's scary in the best way. It's like they're having the biggest surge of adrenaline. Don't get me wrong, like I get still really bad stage fright, and there's always that voice of doubt in your head, like, oh, are they going to like it? Am I going to do okay? Is my voice going to crack? Is this, is that? But it's knowing, it's just feeling, it's that bubbly feeling, I think, just as you get on stage, just as you know that the curtain's going to go up. I get like fizzy and bubbly.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it.
I guess if you weren't at least a little bit like that, then you'd have to question whether your passion was really in it. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not feeling that slight gut drop, that's like, oh, okay, this is suddenly everything's gone a bit dry.
Yeah.
That's happening for a reason. You tell me if I'm wrong, but I assume it's not just about, am I going to fluff my lines, this, that, and the other. It is that I'm about to experience something really cool and I want to nail it.
Exactly.
Right?
And it's knowing that you're doing something that you love. You love it so much, and you want everyone else to love it as much as you do. And
Yeah, awesome. And how about you, Hannah? Does that kind of resonate, or is there...
It does, yeah. I mean, I don't always get the stage fright when it comes to show week, because hopefully 9 times out of 10 when it comes to show week, I know what I'm doing. There was one time when we did Romeo and Juliet. We did it in a week. And I was drafted in late notice to play Lady Montague. And I didn't get as much rehearsal time as everybody else. And of course, there's like loads of massive monologue for her to say. And that's the only time I've been on stage. We only did it the one night.
Yeah.
And it was the only time I've been on stage and thought, I don't know what I'm going to say. And Shakespeare, you can't make it up on Shakespeare. It has to all rhyme. It has to.
Yeah.
You have to say the words. Whereas, if you're doing Little Shop of Horrors, you can bring yourself back and say something else. But for me, I actually get more nervous at auditions.
Okay.
I think for me, because I can see the people that are looking at me.
Sure. All right.
Whereas on stage, unless you're in the front row,
yes,
front 2 rows, you can't see anybody. You can hear them, but you can't see them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas auditions, you can see everybody.
All eyes on you.
All eyes on you. Yes. And I get so like nervous doing auditions that sometimes I'm almost like talk myself out of going for things that maybe I should have gone for. But just, yeah.
Where does that come from? Why do you do that?
I think I've always put myself down. Oh no, you can't do that. No, why would you want to do that? You just, why this person can do it much better than you can. So what's the point of trying?
But where does that come from, do you think?
I don't know. I think maybe like in school, I wasn't very good at school. So they were like, oh no, you need extra help. So I was,
So I felt like it was kind of ingrained into you that actually, I'm never going to necessarily be at the same plane or level as everyone else, because from that earlier age, you experienced that.
Yeah.
Does that still stick with you now?
Yes.
And how is that affecting you, apart from the auditions thing we mentioned?
I think it's sometimes can get like massive imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
That even with work, it's like I second guess myself. I'm like, I know what I'm doing, but do I know what I'm doing? So it's kind of like just think, no, you can do it. And it's only when I've suddenly realised if I am teaching somebody part of my job, then I'm like, wait, I do know what I'm doing. It's just bizarre that I think in my head, oh no, you're not.
It is bizarre, isn't it? Because I mean, from only speaking from my perspective, having seen you, you are incredible on stage.
Thank you.
And it's I only know HAODS from a distance, right? So I have a vibe from the shows that I've seen and photographed, but there's always certain faces that stick out. At least 3 of them are in this room. So, but that's it's kind of insane for me to hear that because never would I have guessed it.
I mean, I've actually, for a HAODS show, I don't think I've ever actually got the part I've auditioned for.
Interesting. Does she get it all the time?
No. No. But it's not like there's not one person that always gets the part they go for. A lot of people get the parts. But so, for example, when we did Wendy and Peter Pan, I auditioned for Wendy. I got the crocodile.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure how they got crocodile out of my Wendy audition. However, when we get to the show week, there is nobody that can play a crocodile as good as I can.
Well, that's what they saw. They saw that talent.
Do you think it's because you worked in a dentist?
Maybe. I wasn't working at a dentist at that point.
Are we not?
No. It could have been.
Maybe
Maybe they saw it in my future that I was working.
you were an amazing.
I was a very
crocodile.
good crocodile. Yeah.
And I think that's what's really special is that you might have gone in to an audition and not originally got the part. It's the fact that you come back time and again. And I think auditions teach us a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
And we talk about auditions because, and it sounds like a really massive thing, like we're auditioning for the West End, and we're not, but it still means a lot to us because it's what we love to do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, of course it does, because actually, what's the difference? Like, what is the difference between auditioning for a West End show and auditioning for a part that you absolutely feel like is innately something you want to play? It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter if it's in an Amdram setting or in the West End. And I imagine there are many people, and perhaps yourselves included, we'll find out, I guess, who may have those ambitions.
Well, we have Claude. Right. Have you heard of Claude?
I have not heard of Claude.
Claude was our Dolores in Sister Act.
Okay.
And now she is just finishing up. She's finishing up, I think.
Towards the end of the tour.
Getting towards of a professional tour of Tina Turner the Musical.
Damn.
Yeah. So she's gone from
Have that.
Amdram to Tina Turner the musical, and hopefully more parts in the future.
Yeah, she's literally
she's insane.
Just taken off. And
Yeah.
but even so, like that wasn't, she went to an open audition. So she walked in off the street and auditioned for this West End show, and it was members of our society that were telling her, go for it.
Yeah.
and look at her now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, she was mum of two. You know,
That's an incredible story.
Kind of like later in her life as well. I'm not saying she's old, but it's like she's ancient.
No bitterness here at all.
No.
Right?
Claude, I love you.
Yeah.
And I became a crocodile. Damn you.
No. No, but what I'm saying is like she's not in her 20s.
Sure.
She's, you know, she's done sort of a working career, and now she's getting that break.
Hey man,
It's
if you
just
hit it, you hit it,
insane.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You can hit it at
cares
any
about that?
time.
Absolutely.
Who was it? Like, was it Ian McKellen or something? Didn't start properly acting till he was older. There was something like that. And maybe it wasn't him, but
I didn't know that he ever started properly acting. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
Wow.
Shots fired. We'll get sued. Anyway, so.
But yeah, we love Claude.
We do.
We do love Claude.
And we love Sir Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. My bad. I didn't realise that certain opinions were out of bounds.
Listen, you can't diss Gandalf.
You cannot it's gone back to Lord of the Rings.
Rings. I feel like we've gone full
Maybe
circle.
we should do the Lord of the Rings musical next. And not...
It was made into a musical.
It was.
Do you know what? Three things that I never got. Lord of the Rings. Hobbit. Harry Potter.
Okay, I'm going to leave.
I'm going.
See you later.
Cool, that's a wrap. Jay, come on, Steve.
I mean,
no, I just couldn't. I don't care.
I think it's kind of, Harry Potter is a certain generation.
Sure.
But obviously now with the reboot, it might be another generation, or it might completely flop and everybody goes against Harry Potter anyway.
No, I mean, Harry Potter was like big when I was in school. Like big. So it was, and even then I was just like, oh, whatever, man, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is only like sort of those things randomly, specifically. And I think to be fair, Lord of the Rings, I've never read the books, but the adaptations just never quite gripped me in the way that, I mean, they're obviously big blockbusters that the most iconic films ever in some cases, but I just, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I actually didn't watch Lord of the Rings until not my partner now, but my boyfriend before, he introduced me to Lord of the Rings. And I was kind of like, yeah, it's nice. And then Sean came along and he's like massive Lord of the Rings fan. And now we've got it on 4K extended edition Blu-ray. And I have an Elven Star tattooed on the back of my neck. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So guys, tell us about so you've talked a bit about auditions and some of the processes behind that, some of the highs and the lows of it, and some incredible stories, clearly. What have been your most standout performances for HAODS, for each of you individually?
Performances. Well, it's got to be Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray. I feel like it was one of those roles that always resonated with me growing up. And I remember going to see the film with my nan and seeing a plus size woman being represented in a film. And again, like a musical, I've always loved musicals and wanted to do it. And it was the first time that I saw someone like me represented in media that actually made me feel like I could do that.
Yeah, nice.
And so it's been one of those roles that I've always wanted to go for. And there were like murmurings of HAODS doing it. I was like, yeah, we need to do it. We need to do Hairspray. We need to do Hairspray. Please, can we do Hairspray?
Someone keeps telling us we should do Hairspray.
Yeah. But I just remember the whole lead up to the auditions.
Yeah.
I was doing a show before it. I can't remember what the show was beforehand.
Was it HAODS show? Wasn't Calendar Girl?
Show.
No.
it might have been Calendar Girls or Fortress, actually. It was Calendar Girls and 9 to 5 as well.
Yeah.
And I just remember I loved Calendar Girls so much. That was such a special show. But I just couldn't stop thinking of Hairspray because I knew it was coming up. And I was like practicing all the songs. I was like, I don't know what songs they're going to put up for auditions, but I know them all, and I'm going to keep singing them all in the car on the way to work. And and I was absolutely beside myself. If there was any lead role, it was Tracy. So going for that and getting it. And being able to live that little dream.
Oh, what was that like though? When you hit the stage as that character, right? So you've built that up in your head massively.
Yeah.
You've been, rehearsing, no doubt the hardest you've rehearsed.
Yeah.
What did that feel like, that first moment?
Oh, it was. I don't remember the first song.
Interesting.
From the first show.
Okay.
It was kind of a case of fight or flight for me.
Sure.
Because at the beginning of Hairspray, Tracy opens the show, and it was literally just me on the stage, and I just remember hearing the overture play, and I remember the curtain coming up, and I don't remember anything else until after that number, and Maisie, who was playing Penny, at the end, I ran off stage and literally took her hand, and I was shaking so much where the adrenaline had come in, and I don't remember it, but I just remember after finishing the first show, I loved it so much, and I'd do that show again in a heartbeat.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully that bit you've forgotten is a good thing and not like a trauma response. I mean, did you just mess it up? I don't.
Yeah, I know. I genuinely do think that it was some sort of like the opposite to a trauma response. I think it was like a overload of kind of adrenaline or euphoria.
That's it. I was going to say, you mentioned euphoria before, and I think that sounds like that almost, how some people might get into the opposite of that, where they can hit catatonic states in real extreme distress situations. Here you are at the complete opposite end of that spectrum. That surge of adrenaline, everything just absolutely, I mean, your blood pressure was probably like 300 systolic, all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, what an amazing thing for you though, right? What an amazing thing for you to have experienced, even if some of it you don't remember.
Yeah.
But
I remember everything else after that moment.
Just not that bit.
But getting through that first song of that first show, I completely don't remember it at all. But it was, the rest of it was insane. I loved it.
Seminal moment, it sounds like. And apart from, I mean, maybe it's an obvious question, maybe it's an obvious answer, but has that been your proudest moment? Have there been others that have come around alongside that?
It definitely was my proudest moment as a performer.
Yeah, definitely wasn't your wedding day.
No. Probably my...
I'm not going to make eye contact with him. I'm not going to do it.
No, my proudest performing moment was definitely Tracy. But there have definitely been other proud moments, and I think that being a director now for HAODS has been an amazing journey over the last sort of nearly couple of years.
I want to park that because I want to come back to that. But Hannah, how about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a standout role yet. Hopefully it's coming at some point.
It's got to be coming at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
You're too good, Hannah. You're too good.
So I've done obviously loads of little bits. I think probably one of my favourite shows I've ever done with HAODS was Midsummer Night's Dream. So just having to play like a fairy was just amazing. And then seeing like Tess and Andrew and Roz doing their Titanias and Oberons and Pucks was just seeing that every night was just magical. And then even then I had, that was the first time I think I actually had a big chunk of lines. So I played Philostrate, who I described as kind of like the Zazu of, like the Zazu from Lion King.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yes.
Rowan Atkinson. And yeah, It's kind of that kind of major domo organizer kind of role. Like, well, you know, this is a play, because they kind of look after the play within the play. They try and get the I think they're called the Rue Mechanicals, I think they're called. They employ them to entertain Theseus and Hippolyta. So it's all like, well, we could have this lot, but they're a bit rubbish. Why don't we have these? And oh no, they're not very good. And so that was just amazing to have that big chunk of lines to learn. Not with HAODS, but I did do another show with another company called Lights and Bushels, and they did a play called Booked, which was a brand new play. So I played Betty in Booked, and that's the first time I've ever originated a role.
Oh,
so
nice.
that was I was the original character.
Fantastic.
And I just feel like they probably, don't know, you have to ask them themselves, but I feel like that was written for me.
Yeah, and of course you will have now set the tone.
Yeah.
Right? Set the precedent for what that looks like.
Some of their shows have actually gone worldwide. Like other people have done one of their, not Booked, but another play they did ended up being performed in Australia.
Wow.
So, a role that I originated could end up in America or Australia, you know, Italy, I don't know.
Or the moon, if the news is to believe.
If we ever get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible.
So, that was just, doing that every night was, it was amazing, thinking that this is my role. I can make anything out of this, and it's mine.
And like you say, you sort of feel like that role was made for you. Like here it was, you being the seminal character, or the seminal actress, should we say, who's playing that role. Mm-hmm. Are there any other roles or any other themes that you feel, you know, this is where I gravitate towards? Here is, if I had to hit one place, this is where I would go. This is the type of character or the actual character I'd go with.
I probably resonate a lot with characters that are quite ditzy. And quite bubbly, quite happy, because that's kind of just me anyway.
Sure.
Although I would love to play a villain one day.
Any specific villain?
Well, I did audition for the Wicked Witch of the West when we did Wizard of Oz, but I think I was a little bit too young at the time. And also I was going against Andrew, who played the witch in the end, and actually having him play the witch was it was a no-brainer. I think that's the kind of role that always has to be in drag now.
Fine.
Because it lends a different vibe to it if it's actually played by a man or male presenting person. When we were talking about the other night, I said I'd really like to play a villain. I can't remember what show we were playing. What were we talking about? It was like, I'd love to play a villain.
I don't remember. I don't think I'm not sure if I was part of that conversation.
It was definitely last night.
I think you'd make a good Jay Alderton.
Oh yeah, I would. I would.
As villains go.
Yeah. I did also when we did Little Shop of Horrors, I did audition for Audrey, and that was probably one of my bucket list roles. And still to this day, I'll still sing Audrey songs in the shower.
I feel like that's cue to start singing spontaneously. Let's do it, guys.
No.
We're not going to do it?
No.
Am I going to have to start this?
Be the most musical theatre-y thing ever.
The funny thing is, though, if I've got backing track, I'll sing. But if I won't just start singing without any help or any...
Really?
No.
That's, that surprises me.
Oh, no. Well, yeah. Well, I think, again, it's a confidence thing.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I think, what was I singing? I was singing Rocky Horror Picture Show the other night, and then Sean shut the door, and I was like, oh, and then I was like,
well, I'm going to be having words with him.
Yeah, well, he was raiding at the time, so it was like he was like, yeah, I could hear you sing, and I was like, was it good?
Can you give me notes?
Can you give me notes?
Did I breathe in the right place?
Yeah. Can I play Frankenfurter?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Actually, to be honest, I'd rather play Janet than I would Frankenfurter.
Madness.
Yeah.
Madness.
Talking about spontaneous singing, there was a very drunken night in my mum's garden.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was just after lockdown, and it was still that point where we could only meet really a group of us outside, and a group of us met in my mum's garden, and we drank a lot of wine.
Yeah.
And I think I got one of the plants, and
that
ended up
only goes in one
You
direction,
started
yes, yeah.
and then
pretending to be Audrey too.
yeah. But then Charlotte did an amazing rendition of her sister Mary Robert. No, which one did she play? Roberts.
Yeah.
Sister Mary Roberts song.
The Life I Never Led.
Yeah. Horrendously
Amazing.
drunk.
But an amazing
And
song.
it was amazing. Yeah, I've got it on my phone.
Oh, I want to watch that again.
Yeah.
We all want to watch that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And I
Excellent.
think I'd put the floodlight on, and my mum and stepdad were coming up the road and going, "Why is the floodlight on? Why can I hear like massive and out singing? And the neighbours are going to start complaining."
We were never allowed back.
Well, I don't live there anymore. I have my own house.
Good God.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, we went off on some interesting tangents
Yeah.
there. So tell us, guys, about times, and I think you hinted at one earlier, Hannah, about times where perhaps things have not quite gone to plan in a show.
Oh, I've got one.
She was very quick with that.
Yeah.
That was right on the tip of her tongue, right there. Yeah.
We were doing Into the Woods, and the set of Into the Woods is designed to collapse at the beginning of Act 2. This particular night, the set collapsed at the beginning of Act 1 on me. And I was playing a bird at the time, as you do. And bread, there was bread in a bowl. It went everywhere because it's set in a bakery.
Yeah.
And I had to pick all the bread off the stage and put it in the bowl. And Jay's like, what? And I won an award the next night from Yvonne for staying in character whilst picking up bread during Act 1. Yeah, there was that. It did hurt though, because it did literally collapse onto me.
God. See, these are the things that I sort of seek. Do you know what? If I say this now, you guys will I'll just be blacklisted. These are the sorts of things that I kind of secretly hope happen in dress rehearsals where I catch shoulders a bit.
Yeah.
But-
or there was that part, bless him, Martin, who forgot the words of the opening song to Pajama Game on the opening night. So you were just like, the Pajama Game. Dun, da, 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 da. That was literally, and we were like, yeah. I wasn't in that show. I was watching it from stage, and I was like, oh no, Martin's forgotten the words.
Forgotten words, forgotten props. They are the best moments.
Yeah.
They are, because when it happens, it's absolutely mortifying. But then when you look back on it, it's hilarious. It's so funny.
This reminds me of something. When you talk about kind of props not coming on. I remember doing the shots for, what was it? It was Scrooge. And there was a moment where somebody forgot to bring a prop on. Obviously, I'm taking photos. I don't know, right? I'm just doing my thing. And then suddenly, the loudest voice, right about here, I would say, this far away from me, said something to the effect of, "The wrong chair," or something. I was there, nearly dropped my camera. Just like, what? I thought, I always, that moment, that split second where you think someone's shouting at you, and it was like, as if I'd done something. I'd done something wrong and I'd got in the way, or I'd messed this up somehow. And I'm like, what just happened? Like, oh, wrong chair. Okay, fine, yeah. Oh my God. So...
Yvonne's very good at doing that, but I think it's because she cares so much.
Yeah.
You were, yeah. You know when you've been Auntie Yvonne.
Yeah, I think a lot of us were Auntie Yvonne last night, but I don't know if that was the kids or that was us.
Oh, I don't know.
Because we came downstairs and you were like, oh, wait.
She's got such a loud voice, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has.
And she knows how to use it.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
does.
knows how to
She
use
does.
it.
Like she is one of HAODS' longest standing, most formidable directors. And she's done so many amazing shows. But yeah, you know, it was when you're on stage and you're doing a tech or a dress rehearsal, and she is just one of those directors that will literally just shout it there and then.
Yeah.
Where's the table?
Yeah.
that should be stage left, not stage right.
Well, if it should be, it should be. I mean, someone's got to say it. You know, there we are.
Yeah.
But that was, I'm not going to forget that moment. Anyway, so, but speaking of directing, so Lizzie, let's come back to this. So you have started to do some directing.
I have, yes.
Tell us about that. What have you done? How has that been?
It's been like terrifying, but in the best way. It's been really, really fun. It's been, I've always had the urge to direct. I think it's like when I've done shows before, I've really kind of observed whoever's directing and watched the process from afar and enjoyed the process. And sort of, I've seen shows that I've been really inspired by as well, and thought I'd love to bring that to the stage.
Yeah.
And so I started with a smaller project.
Sure.
Because when you want to direct for HAODS, there's a process that you have to go through. So with no prior directing experience, I just had to do like a smaller play, and I decided to put Blackadder 2 on. And we did it at QE2 school in Horsham, and I picked 3 episodes of Blackadder 2. I actually went to go and see it at the Archway in Hawley.
Yeah.
One of our good friends, Luke, was in it.
Sure.
He was playing Ludwig. And I remember watching it and just being like, this is so good. This is such a good concept, but I want to do it. But I want to do it with my own spin on things.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
And
So what, but can you describe that a bit? Like when you talk about your own spin, and that's of course, so for someone like myself who's only kind of on the periphery here, that would be my first thought. Like if you're going into a directing type role, is how are you now going to put your stamp on it? And what was that thought process for you like?
I think the thought process was definitely watching it and thinking and visualizing in my head how I'd do it maybe differently. How I would, it's like how it kind of came together in my head as I was watching it, thinking, I really want to do this, but I'd do it like this and I'd do it like that. And then when I proposed directing for HAODS and they said that I needed to do a smaller project, I was like, I want to do Blackadder 2. And I wanted to do it with the right set. And so Jay, my lovely husband, who I've been married to for a long time and I love him very dearly, just putting that in there.
It's not a public service announcement anymore.
He was... I kind of bounced ideas off of him.
Sure.
And because I dragged him into HAODS with me as well. He designed the set, and I pretty much said to him, I want to try and do a carbon copy of what you see on the screen as much as possible. And usually with HAODS, we like hire set in, or we make a really minimalistic set. And I wanted it to look exactly as it was, because translating a TV show onto the stage is quite difficult.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The Archway's a really small theatre. It's tiny, and I wanted to put it in the bigger space so that we could seamlessly go from one setting to another, because you've got Queenie's throne room and then you've got Blackadder's lodgings, which then could double as different spaces.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be as seamless as possible, really. So I thought that the way of doing that is being able to create a set that's not going to move around too much. And that's where Jay kind of stepped in and said, right, I'm going to design this. And he designed this whole freestanding set, which then the amazing backstage team put together. And seeing that design go from a picture, and he made this little cardboard model of it as well and everything. It was so cool. And brought it to the backstage team, and then just seeing them put that actually into action and build it and putting it up at QE2. It was just amazing. It was so cool.
I'm somewhat shocked that the first thought wasn't, this guy's got too much time in his hands. What the hell? Hey man,
I mean, yeah.
That's the polite version, yeah.
But it was just really nice to have somebody like that was as passionate about it as I was, and who was really not just a massive cheerleader, but part of it as well. And he played Baldric as well. I made him audition though. I didn't just give him the part.
Of course, 100%. No, nepotism is always bad.
But yeah, and I had some of the most amazing people in it, and it was such a special process because it felt like such a really safe space. Stacey James was Queenie, and she's done a lot of directing for HAODS. She was perfect for the role, but there was, and Tess, the chairwoman as well, she was Nursey, and she's the chairman. So having those two people that I look up to so much, and obviously Stacey having directed lots before as well, there was that kind of like a little bit of pressure to think like, like, you know, I'm a rookie at this. I've never done this before.
You kind of need that though, right? Like, especially in that moment where you're trying to put your own stamp on something, but also looking to the future beyond it. You're thinking, look, I need to get on the right springboard here. So. Yeah, that extra added element of fizz.
Yeah.
It's got to go well.
Yeah.
Spurs you to do your best, right?
Yeah, exactly. But also really good friends as well of mine and a lot of us in HAODS. And so there was the literally unwavering support as well across the board. And I think you were part of it as well, weren't you, Hannah? You were Bob.
I was Bob.
And
Crocodile, Bob.
Yeah.
You're hitting it.
I mean, it was great as well because I came in to Blackadder a little bit later because I was doing Booked, and then went from Booked to Blackadder. And I was just thinking, just at the end of rehearsals for Booked and just getting into the theatre and seeing how much fun everyone was having in Blackadder, even though I love what I was doing in Booked as well. I was like, I just really want to join the cast like now. So when I did eventually join, I was like, yay, finally, I'm on the Blackadder train.
Wicked.
Yeah.
But it was just such a lovely experience.
And the fact that we had a thunderstorm during show week and everyone, we all nearly died of like heat
exhaustion. Martin, who was playing Melchett, literally, I described his costume as a three-piece suite that you get in a living room because it had so many layers. And he was, bless him,
like a bear, wasn't it? Yeah,
we were bringing in portable air cons and
it was
all sorts.
Such a hot summer in a green. Well, it was a art room, wasn't it? At QE2, our dressing room was out, and it was just like a hot stuff. I was only on it. My episode was the last one, so I had the luxury of not having to get changed until the very last minute.
That is something. Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Excellent. And what's coming next for you?
So Eras. We're in Eras at the moment, which is amazing. It's been a really lovely process, actually. We've seen so many people come back to do the show. Yeah. Because it's a commemorative piece, isn't it, really? Yeah. It's 70 years worth of shows rolled into one show, and isn't it? Yeah. And it's great. Also, again, we've got Howard doing his little solo. He comes on for his cameo. He's HAODS royalty is Howard.
He's singing "I Won't Send Roses" from, I don't know what that's from. I know the song, I just don't know what it's from. Should really know that.
It's from Mac and Mabel.
Mac and Mabel. Yeah. So
he's singing.
I won't send roses from Mac and Mabel.
Okay.
With loads of kids
surrounding him,
holding a little rose. I'm not on stage at that point. I'm just going to watch it from the wings
and weep.
So why Eras? So we've got the lovely posters here.
We have,
right?
Ta-da.
So I know these. I've seen these kind of dotted around town. I know you guys performed a little bit at the bandstand the other week. But where did this come from?
Well, this came from because we were about to be made homeless from where we were performing at the time. So we were in the old ambulance station. We weren't sure where we were going to be to rehearse. So we needed a show that could just be rehearsed in maybe a village hall, in people's living rooms,
I see. Sure.
Something like that.
Sure.
We also have lost the Capitol for now because they're under their refurb. They're not opening up until November, I think, this year.
I think it's a conspiracy. I think they're just having a lot of fun in there.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That little shop front in Swan Walk is just a ploy.
Yeah.
It's just to throw us off.
Yeah.
They're having a big old party in there, aren't they?
They just ripped all the seats out and just having a disco every night. Yeah. So we're at Christ Hospital Theatre instead, which poses different challenges to the Capitol, because at the Capitol we can fly things, so we can drop things from the ceiling.
Yes.
Whereas Christ Hospital you can't. So we couldn't have a show that had a massive set. So we were sitting around going, let's do shows that don't need a massive set, a static set, blah, blah, blah. And then it was Louise, who is our choreographer, she's also our secretary, came up with an idea of doing a cabaret kind of night, doing different shows, different songs, different shows from the years of HAODS, and just going through that timeline going, hey, look at HAODS. Look, we've been here for 70 years.
Yeah.
Look at what we can do. Look at what we've done.
I mean, that's awesome, man. So you're doing like a celebration of, all the things that you have been involved with, the evolution, the stories, the highs, the lows, everything that's come through that 70 years, which is mad when you think about it, right? But that's what a great idea. Like, let's say if you're having to do something because, hey, look, the times are such where we are a little bit nomadic. How can we make the most of that? Brilliant.
Yeah.
Love the idea of that.
Yeah. And then, the added challenges we had as well was the fact that due to licensing, we can't set a song how it's intended to.
Sure.
So Oklahoma, we're not allowed to be costumed as cowboys.
Interesting.
No gingham allowed.
Okay.
No gingham.
No gingham.
Literally, that was what was on the costume list. It was like,
no gingham.
Lovely dress, no gingham.
Capital letters, no gingham.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a world that I do not know, but wow.
And I love gingham.
Yeah, me too. I'm country vibes all the way. It's 2026 country vibes. So, for example, we have to kind of set it in different places. Set it and set it with different costumes. A lot of us are in 50s costumes quite a way through because it's easy, and HAODS started in the 50s anyway.
Yeah.
But you have to come and buy a ticket to find out what we do
and how
we do it.
And why should they? Why should somebody who has not seen HAODS before, let's say, why should they be interested in this?
It encompasses us as a whole, like our community, our history, our future. It's past, present, and future. It is what we are, and what we represent is this massive community of people who come together to do what they love doing, and that is what this is. It's a whole. There's so many different people in there, people that haven't been in shows for a long time. New members have come to do this show, and people should come and see it because it's a fun night. It supports a local charity and organisation that has lived and been part of the HAODS history and culture for so long now. And it's just a really special piece. It's not just songs, it's anecdotes. It's our whole history put into a show.
And we've got two sort of play elements as well. So Yvonne has written her own panto.
No, she hasn't.
Oh, yeah, she has.
Right, so I'm going to tap out. Jay is now going to present the rest of this.
we've got
Pretending I don't secretly love Panto. Oh my god, the Robin Hood was so good. Anyway, yes.
We don't have Louis Spence in ours though, unfortunately.
No, but we have got a very amazing cow, I've heard.
Moo. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
So we've got the panto, and then we also have another excerpt of from Midsummer Night's Dream as well. So, and all the kids are doing their little fairy flappy wings thing.
Very.
I know. I stood there and did the flappy wings myself.
I think that's a really that's another good thing to mention actually is that we also have our HAODS juniors involved. So obviously HAODS has been going for about 70 years, but recently, we've always had young HAODS, we've had the children and youth involved in some way or another over the years. But HAODS Juniors is a proper its own entity now. So having some of them involved as well has been really lovely. Yeah. Because we've had so many members as well.
Yes.
That have come to that have met at HAODS. Like partners have met at HAODS, got married, had children, and now their children, their children are in HAODS. Yeah. And it's lovely. It's so
awesome.
Nice.
Yes, that's that's something else. What an amazing legacy that is.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I actually joined HAODS when they were doing White Christmas, and that was the show that Martin proposed to Becca. Yeah. And I only came in for show week, and I just remember one of my first memories of HAODS was watching him propose to her. And I literally just remember watching it and just being like, if this is what HAODS is, then I know that.
And this is what you get.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah. Jay, where was my proposal in front of massive crowd of people?
Hey, Lizzie, I'm still waiting for mine.
Yeah.
It's,
What, from Jay?
No, yeah, from Jay, yeah.
Well, this was fun, Lizzie, but everything has a lifespan.
I remember that proposal. That's the first time I've ever seen a proposal in real life. And
same.
Bad.
Until yours.
Until mine.
Yeah.
Did I get proposed in real life?
Who are we checking this with? I don't know, Lizzie. Did you? I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
I love that. This whole entire experience is just literally highlighting the fact that my marriage is like
crumbling.
No. Right, I'm off.
Hey man, but look, one thing I would say is that that's a great answer about why people should come and see it, and there's so many elements to that. But like the standard you guys bring is unreal. Like it's so high. So high. I mean, you guys, you leave nothing. Like everything, every part of you is on that stage, and you feel it. When you come on, when you walk off, it's just oh my word! You've done. Not only have you done that in this moment, but you're going to do it in every moment of that show, every single show that you do in show week. I mean, the blood and sweat and tears. It's absolutely incredible to witness. I can absolutely hand on heart say at times, like you talk about euphoria, sometimes when, I remember this at several moments that I've seen some of your shows, but particularly Little Shop of Horrors, I remember at the end just feeling this absolutely overwhelming feeling of incredible, like absolutely incredible. You couldn't help but stand up at the end when, the big numbers going, and it was just like...
That wasn't because we were in the audience telling you to stand up as well.
Oh, was that right? I stand up. I was not one of those who was commanded to. I just did. But
Becky's amazing. Vocals as well as Audrey too.
I was something else.
Yeah, but I think
something else.
I think that's a testament as well to to just amateur theatre is that there is nothing amateur about
No,
it.
that's it. What's an odd misnomer,
No,
right?
exactly. And I think that, there is massive respect for professionals that do this on the West End for like 8 shows a week. But for me personally, I think that having an amateur, going to see an Amdram performance or being part of an Amdram performance, I feel like you get so much passion from it because this is something that people do in their spare time because they want to, because they love to do it, and that really emanates off the stage.
Yeah. You feel that it pulses you in the face, like it really does.
Yeah.
So I mean, the first show that I saw of HAODS was Kips. So this was interesting, right? So I remember. So at this point, I mean, I've lived in Horsham for like 10 years, and the first I ever heard of HAODS was when I walked past you guys doing some stuff in the bandstand with it. I'm like, what's this? I didn't know about this. Where have you been all my life? And I had my camera on me. I'm like, yeah, start it. Let's do some shots. And you definitely, in those moments, I definitely get those looks of like, who is this guy? Why has he got a camera out and getting kind of close to us performing this? Should we call somebody? I'm not, do it. Call anyone you like. Call anybody you freaking like. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I was just blown away by it. Like, what the hell is this?
I think I remember that bandstand because at Kips, was I publicity manager for that?
I think you might have been, yeah.
Probably, because I think I remember spotting you taking pictures and I was like, who is this guy taking pictures of us? Yeah, I was. I was like, come and arrest him right now. He's being really weird. No, and I think I came up to you and I was
Lizzie.
like, yeah,
that's not
sorry.
giving me a complex at all.
I was just like, who are you? Why are you taking these pictures? Are they for something? And you were like,
no, man, just doing it.
Just doing it. Yeah. But no, because didn't you say about don't you do like partnership with the council and stuff?
I think by that point, I don't know. I mean, I do a lot of event work with the council. I'm not quite sure if at that point I had started doing it. Quite possibly.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was the start of a very lovely connection with you, Sam.
Partnership.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going there. I was getting a bit creepy there.
You were.
Yeah,
but,
and I mean, here we are. I mean, fast forward to today, and we're just abusing the hell out of Jay.
Yeah.
You knew in that moment, as soon as you spotted me, this is my ticket.
Yeah, there it is.
This is my ticket to get at him, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. That's it. I mean, you only took like what, 3 years? I can't remember how long ago Kips was now. That was.
You can read my jumper because I've got it.
It's
like it was.
It's
planted.
like it's like if I can read it because it's quite small without hitting anything. Hang on, she's stripping off. Kips.
It's like our Bible.
I can't read it.
Oh gosh.
Assist note is on the other side.
I know.
Kips 2021?
No.
22, 23, 24. Yeah, 24.
2024.
Yeah, 24 because it's Kips, Blackadder, Adam's Family, 24.
That was a good year.
That was a good year. Did you just Google it on the... yeah. Without waiting for Hannah to read the jumper.
So I saw you guys doing that, took some shots. And I'm like, I need whatever this is, I need to go and see it. And so I went with a friend of mine at the time, and that was it. I'm like, I'm sold on this. Incredible. Kips was I have vivid memories of it because it was just so crisp, so good, right? And wonderful to see that. Absolutely wonderful to see it.
Yeah.
And capturing photos of you guys, like that's when you're in your element, when you're doing your thing. I mean, that is when I'm also just like in Zen mode, like awesome. I'm now just like fully immersed. My lens is just focused on you doing your thing, and capturing that passion is just with every click. It's just yes, knocking this out of the park. You guys are just killing it. It's fantastic.
It really resonates through the images as well, because I think I remember us looking through the first set of photos from when you came to photograph the dress or
I think it was Addams Family, I think I did first.
Yeah, the Addams Family. And I think we all just were like, whoa, these are so cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, just excellent. Really, really good. Just really encapsulates as you say, the whole performance, the whole passion, that the characters on the stage. Yeah.
They make for some really good memories as well for people to look back on, and to use for social media as well during the show week. But yeah, it's because sometimes you get some show shots and they're kind of a bit far away, or they don't quite capture the essence of the show. But yeah, with your photos, it's just like,
no man, gotta get those steps in.
Yeah.
Especially the Capitol. It's like, oh god, that's like 60 different angles I could choose from.
I'm not quite sure about what Christ Hospital angles are going to be like for you.
We shall see.
We'll see what
I don't know what the
see.
theatre looks like. I've only seen a picture. I know it's very red.
It's a lovely, lovely theatre. I've seen pictures of it and heard so many lovely things about it. And it's going to be really weird performing in a different theatre, isn't it?
Yeah,
in a different space.
Yeah, because I've done, well, obviously apart from like Blackadder and things, with Lights and Bushels, I've done different venues, but this is first like musical that I've done in a different venue.
I mean, so what does getting good images of your performances as performers, I mean, what does that do for you? Like, what does that mean for you to get shots that hit it?
I think it's a confidence boost as well.
100%. It's a confidence boost, and it's we did that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it gives you that confidence boost. And it like Hannah said, it's a memory. These are shots that we can keep forever. They can go in the archives. People can, it's
another part of your tapestry, right?
Yeah.
That community that you're building. And from whenever I'm doing these things, and I apply the same principle to whether I'm any performing art, right? Or whether it's dance, whether it's even just live music or whatever. What I'm absolutely aiming to do is go, right, whoever sees this image, whoever's in that image, they must look at it and they must feel like they are in the West End. It must come across that way.
It does.
It does.
The same for musicians. They must feel like they're playing in Wembley Stadium when they see those images. Even if it's in a little, like a space this big, it needs to feel that way. Because that's what you're aiming for. Nobody is, I know the passion that you guys have for it, and you're saying, Lizzie, people are doing this because they love it, but there's something bigger than that. They're doing it because they love the thing bigger than that. They love to see the whimsy. They love to feel they're in a different world. So your images need to represent that. And I just love being able to deliver that kind of thing. It's just it's the best feeling. It's the best feeling as a photographer to go, right, I'm going to make sure that you guys get like world-class results, because it has to be true to the passion that you're bringing. Otherwise, like, for me, it's a cardinal sin to not get that. It's a cardinal sin to be like, no, but you gave everything in that moment, so everything needs to be given back to you.
Yeah, and
it's as simple as that.
It really does resonate, I think, for your images. I think you can definitely tell that it's one of your images as well. Like, I think we've seen the photographs that you've taken circulating on socials, and I know that I can look at a picture and be like, Sam took that. Yeah, Sam took that. Because
World domination tour.
I know you're taking over, but I think that especially when it comes to our show pictures and just performers in around the Horsham circuit as well, is that you capture those moments, but it's really rich as well, and your images have got a lot of depth to them. And like, one of my favorite images from Little Shop of Horrors actually is, I remember going into the show and knowing that you were coming to photograph it. I was like, please, please, please tell me that he's going to get a really good shot of Seymour dipping Audrey after she dies and she collapses.
Yes.
And he got it. And it's one of my favourite photographs ever. I love it.
So this is the thing, right? So with theatre photography, I'm so glad I got that as well. But also, so there's different ways that I sometimes do this. So when I'm doing a dress rehearsal for you guys, I have to be I have to predict what's going to happen. I don't actually know Little Shop of Horrors. Like, I didn't know the story. So for me, in that moment, everything is new.
Yeah.
I don't know when anything is going to happen. I just have to feel the vibe that you're giving. Right, something is about to happen now. Someone's going to come from somewhere. I just need to be poised and ready for that, because I can't get you to do it again. Right? I can't get you to just go, oh, sorry, I missed that really key seminal bit that's probably going to be the headline image. Can you do it
again?
Yeah, can you do it again? Yeah.
No do-overs in this world. And then there's the other side of it. Sometimes I go to tech rehearsals beforehand, take some notes, and then I know exactly where I'm going to be, and that's a slightly different proposition. But that's I kind of prefer the latter. But actually, I take that back. I don't prefer the latter. The thing about doing it the way of just the dress rehearsal, you talk about the whole adrenaline. I'm on that for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because it is what's happening next. Where have I got to go? Up here, down there. Where's this scene going? Especially when it's a show I don't know, right? Where is this scene going? Let me feel that vibe and take that through. And that is super exciting for me. I mean, it's nerve-wracking because I need to make sure I get stuff. But that's the feeling like no other. Like, performing arts photography is my happy place. Like 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's organic that way as well, isn't it? And going back to what we were saying before of like wanting to make the performance really good, and tech rehearsals and dress rehearsals are always really, like, tech rehearsals quite arduous, and that's when our technical team really step in and do their thing, and they're amazing. And dress rehearsals, we always are like, oh, that went wrong, this went wrong. But then when you've got images like that show you actually know, it looks amazing, and it is amazing. Again, it's that confidence boost, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, tech and dress are just the most stressful 2 nights of your life. And then sometimes you do a tech and the dress in the same night. If we haven't had enough time to do a full tech, sometimes it's like a tech and dress, opening night. And it's that. I luckily, I don't think I've ever experienced that myself. I know we've had to do it. I think for the producers, I think had to be a tech and a dress. And that's because of the size of the set. And I know how stressed everybody was when I was like speaking to them. So to have those photos, just thinks actually it just makes it all worth it.
Brilliant. I mean, and to be fair, I mean, I'm really glad it has that effect. That's I didn't know, in fact, because I've never really sought feedback from you guys properly. But like, also, there is no scenario in the world where you cannot get a great picture of Chris Dale.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
He is the king.
There is no scenario.
The king of facial expressions, and just
even when the camera just accidentally goes off, like, well, that's the winner as well.
Comedic genius.
He unfortunately isn't in errors, but
I am not going now.
No, he's just had another baby, so it's
any excuse.
Yeah,
he's just a comedy mastermind. That was.
Fantastic. Yeah. So look, when we were alluding to this as well earlier, guys, when we were talking about the community, we're talking about the past, where things have been, how it's evolved. And I know that we could talk about that for hours. But one thing I do want to focus on is your future. So here we are. You're about to do your era show, which super looking forward to. I will go. Right. So that was a joke. But tell me about what HAODS looks like going forward. So I understand as well that because you've had to be a bit nomadic in recent years, you had a base, you're sort of now finding different spaces to do your thing.
Yeah.
Where are we with that?
It's been a really, really uncertain time for us. Hannah and I are both on the committee, and we've had several committee meetings that have been
so long,
hard, like just a bit sad, like because we are so unsure of what the future holds for us. Yeah, it's been a constant in the community for such a long time now, and our future is uncertain. I think that is probably the main word to describe.
Uncertain in what way? Just, I mean, I'm really dumb to this sort of thing. So what does that mean?
So we have relied on, so the council had basically housed us for a while. We used to be in the old sports centre in Broadbridge Heath before that was knocked down and made into the bridge. Then we got moved to the old ambulance station on Hurst Road, and we faced homelessness again because they've turned that now into, I think, a recycling.
Whatever it is, the doors look very fancy.
Yeah, the doors look very fancy. That's what we know.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to. We haven't been as lucky this time to find. We were literally scraping by the neck, by the, what do they call it? By the skin of our teeth. We got this place that we're currently in, and even our home at the moment is a temporary home.
Right.
We've got so many people that use HAODS as their outlet, as their creative outlet, and we're not just talking about performing. We're talking about building sets, costumes. It's a whole community, and we had a workshop. We've been really fortunate in the spaces that we've had before, that we've had the space to have all of our props, set that we've built, all of those costumes. And we've, over time, since moving out of the old sports centre in Broadbridge Heath, we've had to get rid of so much stuff. And it feels like we're just shrinking. And which is really sad. And it's uncertain, because we don't know where we're going to go next. We don't have a home.
No. So where we are at the moment, we're in Southwater. That was the old Lifespring Church. The people that have bought the building are leasing it to us until October this year.
Right.
Because they want to, after we've left, after they've kicked us out again, they want to make that into a nursery, I think is the plan. But again, we have nowhere else to go. And it's, for us as a space, it's probably, we thought, it's the best we're going to get. It's not, as we're finding out since being there, that it's probably not as good as we think it is, because the acoustics when we're singing is very low. The ceilings are, it's an office space. The ceilings are very low. We've got carpet. It doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
But then, okay, that's just aesthetics. But for backstage, they're all spread out. They don't get to see each other. They don't really get to see us. We're sort of living on top of each other, trying to find different spaces for rehearsals, but then also being mindful of the fact that we are in a residential area. So I think it was like James, who is part of our backstage team, used to go to HAODS house at like midnight and like drill and make things, because that's what he likes to do. But he can't do that here because we don't want to upset the neighbours.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we need our own space. It would be really lovely if somebody could donate us a load of cash.
Yeah, we need like a millionaire to come along and just be like, here, have this amazing community
any celebrities
space
out there that want to offload some cash.
I hear Tom Hardy's local.
Yeah, I think somebody was like trying to get hold of him.
Really?
Yeah, somebody knows him. Well, not knows him, but sees him.
But what's the I hear all of that, but what's the real risk here? Like, so if there is no space, if you get to October and you haven't found anything, well, what actually happened?
Probably HAODS as it exists right now will cease to be, because we are such a community-based society that we can go and rent different places to rehearse. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, but it's not ideal, but it can happen. But the backstage community won't be able to meet.
Of course, yeah.
We won't be as connected as we usually are, and that's a massive part of HAODS is being able to be together.
I mean, it's everything, isn't it? I mean, everything you've mentioned so far has absolutely used that as a spine. You talk about, proposals, you talk about families, generations that have lived through it, gone through it. And, from all the conversations we've been having so far, has been a vehicle to bring people out of their shell, to bring people in a space where they can be fully immersed, confident, bring them those skills that actually in some other instances they would never have been able to find. So that when I'm hearing you guys talk about this, that for me feels scary.
It's very scary.
That's where I'm like, whoa, okay, actually, yeah, you could absolutely rent a rehearsal space to fit a purpose. Sure, anyone can do that, but to not have the backbone around which you built your entire vehicle, around which this entire community thrives, and has shown that, like, the evidence is there. It's not as if you're just kind of saying this whimsically. It's real. There are people here who are absolutely 100% affected by it, have been affected by it, everything. That for me feels jarring.
It is. We're a family.
We are a
at
family.
the end of the day. We're not just a community, but we're a family. And the committee and so many other people that are part of this family work tirelessly to keep it alive. And the amount of hours that we've put into meetings, trying to alongside our day jobs as well. That's something to really importantly highlight here, is that we are people that have full-time jobs, do this because we love it, and have put so many hours into keeping it alive, because we don't want to lose that. Because if we lose that, we lose part of ourselves, and that's a really scary thing to verbalize.
Yeah, that must. And look, I've not obviously been in any space where you guys have been talking about this, committee meetings or otherwise, but already it's painting a picture of some quite tough moments,
tough decisions, tough things to have to consider. And as I referenced earlier, we've already had to get rid of a lot of things that we can't keep anymore. And that's why the archives are really, really important to us. We've got a lovely lady called Jane who's been part of our community for a really long time, and she's in charge of the archiving. And so our history is kept safe. But it's just, it is really sad to think that this community and this special place could cease to be if we don't find a home.
I mean, what would that have been like for you? I mean, if you can imagine, like, if you guys didn't have that in the space and time that you found it, what kind of a thought is that for you?
It's a dark thought. It's a really dark thought. I feel like, it wouldn't, without HAODS, I wouldn't have, wouldn't have met Lizzie, wouldn't have met Jay, actually wouldn't have met my partner if HAODS hadn't existed. So it's, trying to find that space it's key. It's key for us to continue.
Yeah. I mean, look, and we could talk about, if we were saying it before, look, if there are any very generous benefactors out there, cool. But I want to just make sure that people hear the message. Because where there is a will of innovation, there is generally ways of finding out how we can overcome such a scenario that may not necessarily require that miracle moment. Because like hoping isn't a strategy, right? Like ultimately figuring out, spreading the word to the entirety of Horsham and beyond. Because like I say, before I found out about you guys, I didn't know it was a thing. Yet there it was for nearly 70 years in the background, creating so many stories, creating fabrics of our community that we don't appreciate. I mean, I would, had I never seen you at the bandstand at that time, I still probably wouldn't know about you guys. But the effect that you have on all the things around me that I would never have known about, but it's clearly a thing.
I mean, and that's also the point of HAODS eras as well. It's although we're putting on a lovely show for everyone, singing the lovely songs, there is that theme of we need help. We need this space.
And I think that a lot of people like yourselves don't know that we exist until we do those performances in the Carfax and things like that. And shows are getting more expensive to put on. We need to generate money to be able to do that. And
to function, the
the only way we get to carry on doing this is by selling tickets and getting that income to be able to do it. You know, we're not for profit, but we need it to keep going.
Yeah, of course. Like everything has a cost.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
we've got our charity status now, which is really good.
Yeah.
And we can have charity buckets at our shows and things like that. But that is just, you know, the bottom of the hill, isn't it? It's we need the support from the local community. We go out a lot and we leaflet houses, the streets, but we also go to places like Waitrose, John Lewis.
Yeah, you did that just the other weekend, right?
We do.
Yeah.
I think we're at Hilliers as well tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we're going to Hilliers. We go to all these places in the community to leaflet, and you know, people see leafleters, they're like, oh no, quick, look away. Oh no, they're going to give me a piece of paper.
I mean, to be fair, before I was in HAODS, I was one of them.
Yeah.
If anybody came up to me in the street, I'd look the other way.
I still am. I still am.
Yeah.
If I think somebody's going to try and sell me cheap car insurance, I'm just like, quick, look the other way.
Some HAODS leaflets.
Yeah,
Get away from me, woman.
Yeah, go away. But yeah, nobody likes to have pieces of paper thrust in their face. But when you actually do get when you do get talking to the community and they actually hear the story, that's when you do get that connection and that interest from them. So I guess it's like people just need to give us the time of day when we are out advertising.
Yeah.
And just support local theatre.
I mean, there's so many things we take for granted, so many. But you guys, you represent it so well, which it's just that poignant reminder of how much grit, passion, determination, tenacity goes into building these things. So we can't let those things crumble because of logistics, right?
Yeah.
Well, look, I hope some people hear that message. I really do, because there's something really important here to get behind. 100%.
Yes.
100%. So look, guys, let's round this off, because I want to know from both of you, what are your ambitions? Where are you seeing going with yourselves? And what is let's say, notwithstanding the last conversation we had, where would you love to see HAODS go?
Oh, well, we had a meeting the other day about potential shows. So we've got some ideas that we'd like to do. My top two was for us to do Kinky Boots or Legally Blonde. And yeah, I would love to play, I've forgotten her name now, in Kinky Boots. What's her name? The one that Charlie falls in love with, and she has that really cool History of the Wrong Guys song. What's her name?
I can't even remember.
Yeah. Jay, what's her name? Find out.
Google.
Yeah. Google, quick. Google,
He
quick.
could be the next like Alexa, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Oh no, he said
Yeah, no.
Lauren. Yes. So I would love to play Lauren in Kinky Boots.
Okay.
Because she has this really cool song called The History of Wrong Guys. And that, again, it's another bubbly kind of ditzy character.
Yeah.
But that song is kind of almost like my dating history. So it'd be nice to put that on stage.
Okay. I mean, we're all interested to see that now.
Yeah, so that's kind of where and then way, way, way in the future, maybe, I've always said that I'd like to direct Heathers. If Heathers the musical could ever become a amateur production.
Yeah.
I'd love to play Veronica, but I feel like I would rather be the director steering the show.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Nice. Good.
I think that I'd love to see just HAODS continue to thrive, to continue inspiring young people to join and embrace their creativeness. You know, with the world going as it is at the moment, everyone needs their own little outlet and their own pocket of sunshine. And for me, that is HAODS, and I would love to to continue to see others pick that up and for it to be their own pocket of sunshine. And I really want to see it thrive, live on for another 70 years and beyond, you know. I'd love to be one of those old grannies in the future sitting in a rocking chair going, HAODS was one of the best times of my life and it's going to be yours too. And just to see it still going and to be one of the audience members when I am older, continuing to enjoy community theatre and see it still alive and thriving.
That's massive, man. I love that. I love that message from both of you. That's awesome. That's awesome. So guys, how can people find out more about HAODS? Where should they go? What are the socials, websites? What's the best way?
I mean, you can book tickets at www.haods.co.uk/tickets. We have our own ticket centre, so people can book via that on the website. You can also go to just haods.co.uk to find out more about HAODS, and if you want to join, you can join through there. We are also on Facebook and Instagram.
We're always looking for new members.
And we're looking for more men.
Yeah, Jay.
We're always looking for new people, and it's not just about the performing. You know, it is people that enjoy building sets.
Yes.
Even if you like making cups of tea, like just come along and check us out. Have a little tour and get to know us. And if you feel like you're somebody in the community that feels lost or wants a safe place to go, HAODS is always there.
Yeah.
Amazing, guys. Thank you so much. It's been incredible talking to you both. Really
Thank you
inspiring.
for having us.
And talking a little bit to Jay has been good.
But mostly just ignoring him. Like I do every day. I'm joking. I love my husband.
I should just clip that however many times you said it. I was like, I love my husband, really. I love him. I love him. Gosh, excellent. Well, guys, thank you so much for checking this out. And look, if you've been inspired as much as I have by these two individuals who are absolutely wearing everything on their sleeve with this, then please give this a like and subscribe, and do go and visit their socials, go and visit their website, see how you can support them, see how you can get involved. Hey man, the theatre is there for everybody, and I don't care whether you like musical theatre, whether that's something that you've traditionally been into or not. You will absolutely love seeing every element of them. So do check it out. Thank you.